Hello everyone, this is Enayat Meer with my Active Directory migration video, part number 7. You are looking at my Hyper-V environment where I have a source domain which is a source.com. Then I have a target domain which is a target.com. Then I have a member server. So far I am going to use these three computers, but I am sure that you have seen my previous 6 videos where I showed you a Word document. I usually put details on that one. So let's go over to the document which belongs to these all videos or this video series. In this video, I will do a migration of approximately 1000 users from source.com to target.com in a new organizational unit with associated global and universal groups, and I will migrate some service accounts in my next video. So I will use PowerShell command to count numbers of users or number of users in OU before migration of users from source domain to target domain with 2 groups. So I will make some users members of a few groups. So here is the command which I am going to use for searching purposes, but you will see a lot of other commands I use during the migration. So far you are looking at my environment which I had been showing you with each time when I have a new video. So I have a source.com domain, I have a target.com domain, I have a member server, then I have a NAT server also for my internet access. So this is the environment. I am on my source.com domain. Then you see that I am highlighting also my target.com domain. So you can look at both sides, source and target. UK is actually a NetBIOS name. Target UK is my NetBIOS name, and source NY is my source NetBIOS name. Currently, you see here I have a migrated users from source domain OU where I am intending to migrate 1000 users. So I would like to keep this nice and clean. Yeah, I can move these groups. This one group which I have right now with some members, and then I have this one test user account which I have migrated as a test purposes in my previous videos. So yes, this is not gonna bother me. I can move them to a different location, but I would like to migrate 1000 users directly into this OU. This is my Active Directory migration tool, Snap-in or console, which I installed in video number 3 and video number 4 with SQL backend. So I used a SQL Express 22 version in this one. So the way you migrate users or computers or groups right from this console, this is a record, but you see that what I have done so far, this should be about my one source user account that I have migrated into my target domain. This was a account for test 1. So I just showed you previously that test 1 account in my migrated OU. So you can go and please watch previous videos where I have these all details available for everyone. So this is just a tool. You have to install it. Install at target site. I am back on my source domain. This is the account which you just saw, that test account. That test account was migrated. Now I am intending to have approximately 1000 users. These are approximately 5000 users I have provisioned in my video number 2. So you can see that I have used PowerShell. Most of these users are domain members only, not with any groups, but randomly I have selected few users and I made them a member of my existing global and universal groups. So I had 2 groups before, so Specifically, I'm not picking up a number with the account. So every account has a number, like from 1 to it possibly goes into about 5,000 or wherever it ends or starts. Actually, I randomly picked up a number in my PowerShell script and created about 5,000 users in video number 2. You can see that one. So now I am just adding some groups into these users, and also I am moving some of those users into a new OU, which is a users to migrate. So randomly I want to set up about 1,000 users, as I promised in several of my videos that I will migrate these users from source to target domain. So few of these users are members of some groups. I think I have only one global group and one universal group for this purpose only. So we can go ahead and run this command to count that how many users we have in this OU. So I'm putting this command at the bottom right over here. So I'm looking at number of users in users to migrate OU, only 1004. I want to migrate exactly 1000. So let's go back and move 4 users to a different OU or delete them. I don't care about it. So just pick any 4 accounts. So yes, I can move them to users OU. Now this users to migrate OU should have now exactly 1000 users in it. So I am going to migrate these 1000, hit enter. So exactly now I have 1000 users in users to migrate OU at source. So now from source.com, these users will be migrated to target.com. So that is my next task. So I think I'm okay right now. Just note that command. I posted that command several times here also on screen. Very simple to count from OU or from the domain. Going back to my target. Log in back to target domain with right credentials. Now, this OU where I have my one account and one group, I would like to have it clean. So what I gonna do, I can move these 2 objects to somewhere else. So here under my target domain, directly under domain. So now we have those accounts moved, one group and one user. So this is a clean OU. Nothing is available under that OU. So I am going to migrate 1000 users directly using Active Directory Migration Tool Wizard. This is my source and this is my target. From source domain to target domain, I am going to select users from the domain. You can click on add and just look for those users, because I have randomly accounts very similar and names are similar because I used a PowerShell script to create those accounts. So I will go and search users from the OU which I have created at my source domain. So users to migrate, you can find all users from this OU with find now. Because you are targeting only one OU, so you will be able to see all users from this OU only. So once you search from find now, you can select all. You can expand the columns and look at full username and the location from source.com. You can select all, click on OK. It will take a little time to browse around and you have those 1000 users Now you have to choose where you are going to migrate to, because these are coming from my source domain. We have to put them in a target domain, and target domain will ask you that what is the location you would like to choose. So now these are 1000 users altogether. You can browse to your target domain and migrated users from source domain OU, which was empty. Nothing was in that OU. So I have selected that OU. Now you are good to go. You can see that target OU LDAP path. I want to migrate passwords also for all users. So I have my password tool set already. You have seen possibly from my previous videos. My password export service is running at my source domain. So here they are telling you that service is not running at this time because I have rebooted my server. So let's go and do it. It's good to know that you also can go there and right away into services, at my source, and hit on P, and you're gonna see your password export service. Double click and start. Once you do, now we can go back, because that was the purpose of coming back to the source domain to start that service. Click on OK. You can go one step back, or maybe you go next. It should work, yes, because my service is up and running, so it should be okay now. If you want to choose any option, this is up to you. I want to use target same as source. I don't want to put any other restrictions, but I want to migrate security identifier, set history, and SID. Here you have to use my credentials for source NY. Again, I told you before, source NY is a NetBIOS name of my domain, and host name is directly source, domain name is source.com, NetBIOS name is source NY. So once we do those credentials, we do have those one, you can migrate associated user groups. So if these users are member of any group, those groups will be migrated. If they are not, they're already at the target. Choose the option you like to, click on next. While I start migrating, I will show you my previous document as well, what I have done so far in my previous video. So this will be exactly a live migration. So, but between that time, I'm going to explain some other things as well through my document. So this is a documentation from video number 1 up to video number 9. I believe I have completed a documentation what I am going to do or what I have done so far. So this is just a summary of my migration visit from ADMT. Now you will see that how many users are being migrated and how many groups I'm going to migrate. There is no computer. I'm not migrating any computer, but I'm going to start migrating my users only. So as you can see, they are going like 1, now they are 9. They're gonna keep actually transferring from a source to the target. Keep in mind one more thing, that this is not just a migration, this is actually a copy. So we have a two-way transitive trust which we created in previous video from source to the target. So we have a two-way transitive forest trust between source and between target. So that is why we are able to see both domains, both forest from source to target and target to source. Again, you can take a look at the contents of my video number 7 or part 7 of this Active Directory migration tool, and the script I have used. You can use this script for any OU, just change domain name and the OU name, you will be able to see the number of users you have in the environment wherever you want to see. Now going back to my source domain, that is where I have started my password export services. So we can browse around a few more things. Source.com is my Active Directory DNS name at source. These are the users, source users. Starting with a source user, this was just a script, a PowerShell script from my source side. So far we have migrated 200 plus users, not group. So I am going back towards my Word document where you have seen that what was done at this point. So video number 6 was completed already. This is video number 7. I am showing you from video number 1. And keep in mind that again this is a copy, because we have a two-way transitive trust. We are copying users. Users will stay at source. Users will be available at target once migration is completed. We can log in from a member server. Even member server belongs to target, so we can log in from member server from target to the source network if we know the username and the password. But you will see I will migrate users profiles as well. In video number 9 I created 2 users, then I created profiles of those 2 users, then I ran a security translation visit to carry over profiles of my existing migrated users. So that will happen in video number 9. You will shortly see that as well. This is video number 7, and you are looking at what was done so far. This is the whole procedure. You have my email in this video and in this video series. If you want this document when this is completed, I can share with you in my Dropbox link, or I can send it to you. So this was all done in several videos that you can see. I said done in video 5, done in video 4, done in video 6. So this all was done previously in my previous videos. This is a very important script where I created 5,000 users from PowerShell. If you want to see the whole procedure, you have to browse back to video number 2. This was a previous video, video number 6, where we have established a two-way transitive trust between source and target domain. For that purpose, we have to create condition forwarders from source for target and from target to source. And this is a current video, which is a video number 7. So once I am done with this video, I will update as well. But this is a recorded document with this video, but original document is at the back of this video, which I showed you initially. So far we have 723 accounts at target now, and shortly you're gonna see now we got about 975, 986. So we are near 1000 already. But you have to know that a few accounts were members of some groups. So here we have 1000 users migrated. We have 2 groups migrated. So only 2 groups were used for some of these accounts, not all of these accounts. So I haven't used all of those accounts with a group membership, but randomly I have used a few accounts without counting how many. But just to let you know that once you are a member of a group as a user, at migration time, that group also can be migrated. So there was a checkbox in ADMT tool. You have to use that checkbox to migrate your user from source to a target. This is a log file where you can see your source domain, your target domain, and the whole detail. If you scroll down, you're going to see the whole detail of all user accounts which you have migrated. At the end, you will see the completion date and time. So those all users what you see here now supposed to be at target. If you look at users attributes, you will see exactly whatever they had at source was copied over to target. So these accounts are now available. If you don't see directly, you have to refresh your Active Directory. You can see them. Just take a look that I did migrate passwords. Also, I did migrate a security identifier. So here I did a refresh. After refresh, you can see the G source is a global group at source, which is migrated into a target domain now. And there was a U source group as well, was a universal group that was migrated as well from source to the target. So these all users are available at target now. U source is a at a very end of the screen. Here you see that few of those users which I made members of groups, these two groups at target are also members of those two groups. So whenever you migrate a user from source and bring them up to the target, and if they are member of groups, even you got 20 groups, 30 groups, only one user is a member of those 30 groups. When you migrate that user, groups can be migrated. The only one option, user must change the password at next logon is configured. Here you see the domain name changed to target domain, but this checkbox can be removed through a PowerShell script. So I can do this and remove it for all users. So I let them log in directly without any issue, and you can use these, all users can use existing password. So this was just a real live migration of 1000 users with two groups. So here, keep watching this video series. I will tag service accounts. So that is my next target, that I have a SQL Server application running, and I will use this in next video. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. This is Enayat Meer.